Here's a quick video of a test of an engine that I had for a K5 that I had built some time ago. And I'm not sure what it's going on, but at any rate, this was an AC motor which has been converted to DC with all these magnets, and I just wanted to test it one more time, so I put it up on my test bed, and the thing screams. Okay, it really screams. It's a 2x5 10 magnet motor. I'm building, that's for a Pacific. I'm building a new engine here for an Atlantic Indian tribute train, which I think is wonderful, for Gary. And this is the engine I'm planning on using, potentially his smoke. I mean, this would all be transferred to his chassis. He has a PulMor motor now that is rough and needs cleaning, but this engine is not a PulMor, and it's an 8 magnet at this time, at any rate. And I just last night I tried to get it running and I couldn't. This morning I came in, cleaned up a few things, and it's a runner. It needs grease and oil and all kinds of things, so it's a little noisy. But I thought what's impressive is it's like that's at 0. That's at 5 volts, 6, 7 volts. It really starts to take off. But you get it up to 15 volts, and it's a screamer. What I'm going to be looking for on this engine is going to be a 1/2 speed gear that will give us more torque, but also really lower speed, so that we can hear all of the sounds of the steam engine at that low speed. But I've done this conversion 2 different ways. In this case, I removed the wiring, which I've got a nice trick I learned for that. I'm making my own reel of AC Gilbert wire. At any rate, I pull the wire off, and there's a thin piece of plate that goes across all of these, and I cut them back. Here I cut them back all except one end. Here I cut them back except I left the middle. My screws are a little too big to put in the 5th magnet. I think I'm going to grind them out and change my screws and go ahead and put the 5 in, because we're going to need the torque if I do that lower gear. And that will be a 10 magnet exchange. And I had here is the typical Gilbert permanent magnet that's used, and it's, you could see it's a magnet, okay. But if I go over here and I stick this on here, it's like I can drag this. I can almost drag this thing. It's very hard to pull off. This magnet coming up. This magnet is really weak. It's old, and that's how they get. Plus, it was probably not very strong then. But these super magnets that I'm finding are not that expensive, and boy, do they pull. I mean, this is 8 magnets. It's not even the full boat, and it's got some gunch. It'll go. And their engine, the response is ring-a. It's like a hot rod. Okay, well, that's where we are on the AC to DC conversion. I have now converted 2 AC motors to DC, and I will probably do more. This seems to be an excellent way to go. Well, I'm going to build a plate that encapsulates them both and keeps them from sliding down. They have a tendency to go down towards the armature, and when they do that, they can create a bind. So we want to prevent that. And I'm debating between doing a plate of brass like the original DCs had, or using a 3D printed plate that front and rear that clamp together, and you put the screw through and holds them up. I'll figure it out as we get closer, but I'm really pleased I've got this second conversion engine running. You certainly are seeing the smoke places, right? The new smoke system is proven quite interesting, and I think we're going to go forward with that. We're going to be putting that smoke on both the Northern and the Atlantic. Okay, gang, I may have to post this. It's a little long, but I'll put it up somewhere later. Time for lunch.